this is not the usual Ice Golem run, because this time we're only allowed to use epic champions. And guess what? It's a tournament, so it's not only about winning, but it's more about winning faster, smarter, and with the right squad. So today, I'm diving into Ice Golem's peak to show you how to dominate this event using only epics. If you want to crush this tournament and farm some juicy artifact sets while you're at it, buckle up. Let's melt the Ice Golem. Hi gamers, welcome back to the channel. I'm Bobby and you're watching my Raid Shadow Legends channel. Today we're tackling down the Ice Golem tournament, and also we're gonna be discussing the Ice Golem in general, strategies, team composition, and team synergies. So let's get started, guys. Alright guys, the Ice Golem peak, there is a little specification on it, and that is namely that we can only use epic champions. And only epic champions allowed sounds limiting, but trust me, we've got our tools. So let's check out the rewards here. First of all, we've got some silver, rare skill tome, which is quite nice. We've got some arcane potions, three-star chickens, which is great. And one of the final rewards is epic skill tome. And that is what we're aiming for here, actually. And finally, the last reward here is a void chart. So quite nice, I would say. As you can see here, I still have 0 points because earlier I didn't see the requirements and I was farming Ice Golem, not only with epic champion. What can I say? Mistakes happen sometimes, but anyway guys, now we're gonna do it the right way and I'm gonna show you exactly how. Hold up, click the link in the description to start your game with the free legendary and 4 solid epics as you level up. Here are the simple steps you need to follow. Step number 1, log out of Plarium Play on PC and uninstall. If you have never had Raid install on your mobile device before, the link will also work there. Step number 2, click the link in the description and register a brand new email. Step number 3, launch Raid and complete the tutorial. And finally, step number 4, go to your inbox and claim your first champ. Here we go, you will find Karato Fox Hunter there, and as you progress through the game, you will also unlock Ugo, Raktor, Tagor, and Mausoleum Mage. This is an amazing account start in Raid, so click my link in the description below and follow these simple steps. Let's talk strategy and survival. When it comes to Ice Peak's Golem, or in other words, Clissus, that's his real name actually, this boss is kinda tricky. He provides freeze debuffs, also high burst damage, also he brings some minions with him. Whenever his HP reaches a certain point, he has the ability to revive his minions. Here is the trickier part. If the minions are alive while he triggers his passive ability, they would increase his success rate, or freezing your whole team, which means it's crucial for you to first attack the minions and then the boss itself. This dungeon punishes the wrong move, man, and you need consistency, not just power. The champions we could bring into the Ice Golem's battle can be divided into few categories. The first one is tanks, healers or revivers. The second one is damage dealers, and finally we need the buffers. Also, there are a couple of strategies we can apply so we can successfully beat the Ice Golem without any troubles, and the strategies are: first off, we should bring a block reviver. And right now, the only block revive champion that I can think of who is also an epic, this is Luria. Luria is a great champ against the Ice Golem. She has decreased defense and decreased speed debuffs, which are things we need against the Ice Golem. Also, she places freeze debuff, and finally, she has block buffs debuff. She's just a monster against the Ice Golem, and if you have her on the team, you would just beat the Ice Golem with ease, man. The other champion that I can think of that has some block revive, this is definitely gonna be Maeve. On her A3 is her block revive ability. Her other abilities are also quite good against the Ice Golem, specifically that stun debuff and also sleep debuff. But anyway guys, now moving on to the second approach we can use against the Ice Golem, and this is to bring a champion with poison debuff. In my case, this is gonna be definitely Fane. On her 8-2, she has a 75% chance of placing 2 5% poison debuffs. And also I'm using Fane as my main debuffer. She provides other really useful skills. We definitely need decrease defense, that decrease defense that she's placing right here, and also the decrease attack debuff, but we'll talk about that a bit later. Another approach and other things that we need to bring against Ice Golem, those are definitely champions that can sustain you long in battle with massive AoE healing, revive, remove the buff, and ally protection. My reviver here that I'm definitely going to bring into this fight, this is Rector Dread. She will keep my team alive longer so they can apply those debuffs successfully. And also we need a champion that can control the minions, and that is a champion that can successfully place either stun, freeze, provoke, or fear debuff. And for this purpose today I'm gonna be using Camellia because her kit is just amazing. She places that sleep debuff. Also she has 50% chance of placing a fear debuff, and on her 8-3 again she places a sleep debuff on an ally for 1 turn, and she heals that ally by 50% of their max HP and fills their turn meter by 50% whenever the sleep debuff expires or gets removed, which means she would also keep my team alive longer, she would keep their XP higher, and also she would actually slow down the enemies with all those debuffs that she's placing. We also are gonna be needing a champion that provides increased speed and some speed aura to make sure that our champions would take multiple turns before the enemy's turn. And that's why into this fight I'm gonna bring Haikatune. She provides that increased speed buff and also decreased speed debuff. Also she has that ally speed aura in all battles, which is great. And finally, the last champion I'm gonna bring into this fight, this is gonna be Grizzled Jarl, man. First off, he increases defense on all allies for 2 turns. Second of all, he places block debuffs buff. And finally, he has 75% chance of placing a 50% decrease attack debuff on all enemies for 2 turns. I want to show you guys some other champions that are quite good against the Ice Golem. If you don't have the champions I use, this is not a problem, especially if you're an endgame player. I'm sure you would have a lot better champions than I do. Anyway, let me show you other good champions, at least the one that I can think of. The first one is an epic champion from the Lizardman faction. This is Eox the Rememberer. He provides some poison, healing, and decrease attack. He's a great support champion that would definitely need some accuracy to land his debuffs. And if you're gonna use him as a tank, make sure he has a lot of HP and defense so he can tank the damage successfully. Anyway, if you're going to use him, he is perfect for Ice Golem, so I definitely would recommend this champion. Next off, we're gonna continue with one champion from the High Elves faction. So Royal Guard can successfully reduce enemy turn meter and slow them down. Also, he provides that decrease speed debuff. Another great thing about him is that he also decrease enemy defense. He has a lot of damage and control, which makes him very adaptive and versatile. Also, if you're gonna use this champion, make sure he's built with enough critical rate and accuracy. This is crucial so he can be useful to you. Next champion that I want to mention here, this is definitely gonna be Tyrell, man. Tyrell is a defense champion that provides really good kit. He has that decrease attack debuff. Also, he provides decreased defense debuff, decreased attack. He also provides stun and turn meter control, which is just perfect against the Ice Golem. And alright, man, now let's move on to my team. I already explained which team I'm gonna use for this purpose, but I want to explain a bit more about the team synergy and how would my team composition work. How would their abilities go together? All right, so let's get on to stage 11. I'm not sure if we're gonna be able to beat that stage successfully with only epic champions, since they're not strong. They're not as strong as I want them to be at this moment. So you know what? We're just gonna move on to stage 10 for now. First off, so let's do the team composition, man. I'm definitely going to put either Haikutun or Cornelia first, since they have that speed aura. But I think the champion that has more speed is not Haikutun, but Cornelia here. So that's why I'm gonna put her as a leader. Next off, we're gonna continue with Fane. Except for her speed aura, Cornelia really has that strong AoE sleep, which is insane against the waves in the Ice Golem. Also, she helps prevent crowd control disasters from enemies like Skull Crown or Corpse Collector, and also she's the one that is going to keep Fane and Rector Dread safe during early waves, and she really do help with survivability and consistency. Next off, Fane. Fane is a great champion. She would bring poison, which is perfect for melting down the Ice Golem over time. The poison percentage is not that high, but it's still useful. She also provides the weaken, decrease defense, and decrease attack, which honestly lets your whole team hit harder and take less damage. This is crucial. One thing about her is that she's kind of squishy, you know, but she's essential for speeding up the boss fight and roll damage. Over time, she works beautifully with Grizzle Jarl. That is the next champion we're gonna put right there. She works great with him, with specifically his decreased attack, which makes her survive longer. Also, she works really well with Rector Dread. Rector Dread is gonna revive her, so we won't have problems there. Now, let's talk about Grizzle Jarl, man. He brings a lot of things. Block debuffs plus decreased attack is huge help for tanking the boss and protecting your team. Next up, we're continuing with Rector Dread. She provides great healing. She's a reviver, so that's why we need her on the team for sure. Basically, she would keep Fane, also Haikutun, alive as much as possible, because the two of them are kind of squishy, man. And finally, we're gonna use Haikutun because she boosts speed and turn meter, which are essential for more poison ticks, faster healing, and also more crowd control. She works great with Cornelia and Fane, because that way Cornelia would do more sleeps and Fane is gonna do more poisons. So I think this team composition would actually work pretty good. Let's see what happens. Let's see if I'm right or wrong here. So it's going pretty well for now. All right, Fane is really doing most of the damage here. Grizzle Jarl as well, but you know, we're actually mostly relying on Fane for the damage. We're not actually going too fast, which leads me to think that we need more speed on the team. Great Cornelia is using her buffs. I really like that about Cornelia, that she has the power to put an ally to sleep, and then when the ally wakes up, he's on full power, man, and this is great skill. All right, everybody is successfully using their buffs, which is great. How long would that go, man? We're almost 2 minutes in. I think it's gonna be like about 4 to 5 minutes, which is kind of long, but for now I think we're pretty okay. Nobody's dying, which is exceptional, you know. The tricky part here is that we need to be faster enough. He's gonna froze us right now. Yes, actually he did not froze us. This means that our team synergy is working the right way. The good thing about this boss is that he doesn't provide any healing to himself, which is just great. See how he's not able to freeze us? That means we have chosen the right champions for this, with the right debuffs. Alright, this is gonna take at least 5 minutes, I think, but we're getting there. I really think needs improvement is the fact that we don't have a strong damage dealer on this team. We're relying only on Fane. Like, not only, but mainly on her. And I really think that we should either choose somebody with more damage, or we should improve Fane's stats, because right now she's not dealing as much damage as I want her to. She probably needs more critical rate on her. Finally, we beat the boss, which is great. What I want to do right now is to go and check if we have a better damage dealer, who is an epic, of course, that we can use, man, because Fane is actually not strong enough. But unfortunately, I don't think we've got a better epic right now. I still haven't used Slixus because I got him like 2 hours ago and I haven't looked at his kit yet. So let me just quickly go and check what he does, man. So on his A2, he attacks one enemy 2 times. Each hit will ignore a shield, increase defense, and strengthen buffs. Each hit also heals this champion by 20% of damage inflicted. This is strong, man. Alright, on his A2, he has 15% chance of placing a stun debuff for 1 turn. A3, he attacks all enemies. Before attacking, places a 30% increased critical rate buff and a 30% increased critical damage buff for 2 turns. And finally, his passive increases his critical damage by 10% every time he kills an enemy, and that stacks up over time up to 30%. Actually, this champion is not gonna be that useful against Ice Golem, so for now, I'm just gonna stick to Fane and that team setup that we just did, because I think it's quite good, man. We've got a really great team composition and synergy. We've got all the roles on the team we need and all the right buffs and debuffs, so I think it's going pretty well. I'm just gonna farm here a little bit until I reach a good amount of points so I can get my rewards. But I think this is the proper and right team that I'm gonna use. Ice Golem might be one of the more hated dungeons in Raid. Me specifically, it's not my favorite dungeon, man, but with the right epics, it's kind of beatable and also profitable. So go into this tournament geared with knowledge and come back with some silver, points, and artifacts worth flexing. Let me know in the comment section below which is your most used champion against Ice Golem, and also what is your current team composition for the Ice Golem tournaments where we need to use only epics. And of course, don't forget to like and subscribe for the channel if this guide helped you crush the Ice Golem. Thank you guys for sticking around and watching this video. Now I'm just gonna farm the hell out of the Ice Golem to earn those points. Good luck to you, and I'll see you in the next one.